session of Parliament. In fact, let's talk more about Parliament. Another test by fire for the government with the 20-day winter session of Parliament kicking off earlier today. It's definitely not going to be a walk in the park for the Modi government, with an impassioned opposition getting all set to take on the government on the intolerance issue, which could result in some crucial legislation, be the GST amendment bill, the bankruptcy bill, amendment to the RBI Act, the housing regulator bill, all being held in ransom. The Prime Minister, though, has extended the olive branch to the opposition, saying his government is willing to discuss and deliberate on all of the issues. And while one has to wait and watch to see if his message does actually prove to be an icebreaker, there are clear tell-all signs of a difference of opinion emerging between the government and the opposition parties. Let's begin our focus with the most important bill, the GST bill. With most parties in support of the bill, in principle, the Congress is sticking to its guns right now, saying it's not going to budge from the stated position of bringing in 3 changes to the bill. That includes a clear mention of the tax rate in the constitutional amendment bill. The Union Home Minister's comments during a discussion commemorating the Constitution Day didn't help his colleagues' cause either. Rajnath, while praising Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, made a veiled attack on actor Amir Khan, saying the father of the Indian Constitution had gone through a lot of insult and ridicule for his caste, but had never thought of leaving India. Let's hear out the political reactions that have been pouring in through the day.
This was not the demand from all the states. This was only from the manufacturing states, and primarily it was Gujarat and Tamil Nadu. So I think Gujarat will now fall in line. They just have to convince Tamil Nadu. Personally, we both feel that this 1% is inflationary. So we are against it. But hopefully the government, I'm sure, will also fall in line, and they will manage to convince Jayalalitha ji so that this 1% can be done away with.
There is also a demand that, you know, the council with the centre and states, the veto power should be done away with. Do you think it's a feasible idea as far as the centre is concerned to do away with any veto powers?
No, look, I think this is you must understand, GST is not a central tax. It is a tax that is where the states are inherently part of the taxation model. So to do away with a veto for states is, in my opinion, not a practical, given that this is something that is a thing that affects states. Now, whether the dispute resolution mechanism can be fine-tuned to make it less deadlock-oriented, can it be improved to make sure that the centre can't impose its will on states or vice versa, I think that is something that the Parliament can debate.
वो इसको कह रहे हैं कि ये बिल का पास होना बहुत ज़रूरी है, तो हमारी पार्टी का ये कहना है कि जैसा कि सरकार के लोग ये कह रहे हैं कि ये देश हित में है, इससे अर्थव्यवस्था मजबूत होगी, तो हम जरूर इसका समर्थन करेंगे।
जो थोड़ी बहुत तब्दीली उसमें करनी है, जो संशोधन आया है विपक्ष की ओर से, उस पर ज़रूर सरकार को विचार करना चाहिए और परामर्श करना चाहिए विपक्ष के साथ, और जीएसटी बिल को पास करना चाहिए। वो राष्ट्रीय हित में है और देश की अर्थव्यवस्था को सुदृढ़ करने के लिए वो बहुत ही ज़रूरी है।
These 3 are logical demands. Either you convince me that these demands are wrong, or we convince you that the demands are right.
So you're saying that there could be no negotiation as
What
far
is
as
there
the
to
demands are
negotiate?
concerned?
We're not in a shandy or a bazaar. We are raising demands to a bill that would change the landscape of taxation in this country. Therefore, we have to plan and think ahead for the next 50 years. Therefore, we are putting fundamental issues. Convince us we are wrong.
Our position on GST is only one party out of all has actually got up on the floor of Parliament and said, bring the bill now, we will pass it. There are many players in the league, but if these 2 players keep doing match fixing for so long, this Congress and BJP, because they've been doing ping pong, ping pong, ping pong.
Reactions that have been pouring in through the day and even yesterday as far as the GST bill goes. It's going to be interesting to see if the opposition will come on board. There are 20 days left for the winter session of Parliament.